Bonjour et bienvenue. Je m'appelle Giovanni, and I've exhausted all of my French-speaking abilities now. Welcome to the Two Hasbro's Toy Hunt podcast. Joining me, as always, is my good friend George. George, how you doing?
Good.
Oh, that's good to hear, George. So, it was nice seeing you the other day, man. We finally got to see each other after months and months of not being able to have any type of human contact outside of our houses.
I think it was a little less than months and months. I think it was like a month.
No, it's got to be at least a month and a half to 2 months.
Oh yeah, almost 2 months. Yeah, because the last time we hung out was at Daniel's house, right?
Yeah. When you were getting the van fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time, man. And then shortly after that is when the stay-at-home order happened, and then we just wouldn't come out. But yeah, so for everyone listening out there, I went to drop off some supplies to George's house, and he hooked me up with half a game. What's the game called?
Oh, the Star Wars trivia.
Yes, Star Wars Trivial Pursuits. So he gave me about half of the cards that we're gonna play, not on this episode, but we're gonna make that an episode. Yeah. What do you think? Should we do that as a video or audio only?
Audio only, because I did try to think of how we can play with the board, but it's basically just, oh, you land on this place, yeah, you ask a certain question,
Okay.
We can incorporate dice rolls or something in order to know which question to ask on the card.
Okay.
But, that's about it.
Now, we've known each other for a really long time, so I think we should be comfortable within the confines of the honor system, correct?
We don't have to be, because I'm going to be asking you questions, and my card has the answers on my card.
Okay.
Oh, you mean not looking it up on Google, or what?
Well, no, if I don't know, let's say you're rolling the dice on your end.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I guess we're going to have to be on the honor system for that.
So, along with the supplies that I went to drop off, I also dropped off a bag of figures that you can use to customize. I don't know if you noticed, there's a Pokemon figure in there.
Yes, I did notice.
Now, unfortunately, I forgot to put in a Pokemon Power Coin in there that I also had put to the side for you.
A Power Coin?
Well, it looks like a Power Ranger Power Coin.
Oh.
This little circle, and it's got I think it's that same Pokemon that's in there. I don't know the name of it. I'm not familiar with Pokemon.
Jolteon.
Okay. I'm so unfamiliar that I'm actually referred to it as Pokemon.
Like the teachers did. That's cool.
Really? They referred to it as Pokemon? I think they did that on purpose.
Some did.
So George,
and you also forgot the most important thing you dropped off.
What's that?
Well, I guess the nitrile gloves, but also the Mandalorian.
Oh, we'll save that one for the segment where we talk about our newest purchases.
All right.
So, yeah, before we move on to anything, we got to get this sad news out of the way. Don't know how many people out there that are listening are fans of it, but we lost Jerry Stiller last week. Jerry Stiller, who played Frank Costanza on one of the greatest TV shows ever made, Seinfeld.
And Arthur Spooner on King of Queens.
And Arthur Spooner, I also very much enjoyed him. I don't think I can make up my mind on which one of those roles I preferred, because they were almost they were very similar, but different. Arthur was maybe a little more dependent.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Frank was more George depended on Frank, whereas Arthur depended on Carrie and Doug.
But those outbursts that he had, they were similar. They were very similar. Unfortunately, the world lost a really funny man and a great actor. Did you know that Seinfeld was like his second chance? Like he had been really famous, and then like I don't know, I guess his career was coming to a standstill, and then he was cast as Frank Costanza.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah, he actually replaced another actor. The name fell out of my head right now, but in the first episode in the first season, I think of Seinfeld, Frank was played by somebody else.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I guess they didn't like. I don't know if it's because they didn't like the actor or the actor uh, decided not to come back, but then they went and they cast Jerry Stiller, and they reshot the scene or scenes. I don't know if it was multiple scenes, but I know of one scene that they redid with Jerry Stiller because during syndication they were airing it with the other actor.
Oh.
It's that scene where he. Do you remember when they gave the Drake? Was it the Drake? The big screen TV?
I think so.
Yeah, and they also they caused the wheelchair lady to get run over, and her wheelchair was busted, so they gave her a used wheelchair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and Frank, I guess he was the head of this committee or plan or organization where they help people, and he sends George to pick up a big screen TV and deliver it to the woman.
Ah.
So that's the scene that they redid. So, rest in peace, Jerry Stiller. One of the few people that I could say are one of my favorite actors. I don't really get hung up on actors like that. Like, oh, I really like this guy's work, but just everybody on that show touched a little bit of my heart.
Yeah.
All right, so with the sad news out of the way, let's say we move on to let's talk about the newest purchases that we got this week. For the second episode in a row, I have something to report, but I won't step on your toes on this one, George. Why don't you go ahead and go first? Because I've got a lot.
Oh, damn. I well, I got the Mandalorian finally. Finally. Well, not in between the time you got it to me, which was pretty damn quick actually. Uh considering all things considered. But from freaking going out on Triple Force Friday and not finding it.
Yeah, I'm not finding any version of it, right? No,
Yeah.
no carbonized, no white box. The white box, what was it called? The first edition
Yeah.
and the regular. We couldn't find any of them. Man, people are. I don't want to shit on collectors, but it's just the thing is, a lot of the time we're not finding these figures because so many people go out there and buy them. It's like if one person sees all three, they're snagging all three.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
That partly makes me mad, but also uh it's also the store's fault. Like put out more, get more.
yeah, that might be a distribution issue though.
And also there's also collectors that work at like Target and shit, and they get their hands on it for like I don't know that this is at every store, right? But a significant amount of stores where the people working there collect them themselves, or at least buy them up and like resell them. Like I've seen a bunch of those posts where people are like, "I got it early. I work at Walmart, nerdy." Yada. Like, fuck you.
Completely agree. Fuck them. Now, if you're getting all three because it's like, okay, I'm gonna pick up all three because I know other collectors, so I'm just gonna go ahead and help them out. I got
That's
no
fine.
issue with that. I got no
Yeah.
issue with that. But it's that guy that's snagging up all three because they want to have all three displayed on their freaking wall.
Yeah. Or he wants to hoard in order to sell it off down the line.
Yeah, for an inflated price. Give us a chance, man. Just give us a chance. And it's yeah, those people make me mad, but like you said, it's not just the people. It's the store. It's Hasbro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you really can't foresee how popular this fucking toy is gonna be.
I know. I could have told him that.
Well, so have you taken the figure out of the box at all?
No, I haven't taken that out yet. I haven't taken out next to nothing yet out of the boxes.
Oh, so you're an inbox guy, huh?
No, I'm in the process of cleaning, and I've made some great strides. And I'm gonna, well, before the end of the quarantine, definitely have up a shelf.
Now, okay, do you think that there's any chance, as slight as a chance as it may be, because I also have this problem. Like, real estate is an issue for me because mostly because I decided to put in the recording equipment into the toy room, that I've lost real estate, and therefore I have figures in boxes. Like, I have all of my Star Wars figures in boxes. And I always say, as soon as I get real estate, I'm going to take them out and I'm going to pose them because that's what I do. But do you think there's any chance, even the slightest chance, that when the time comes for you to open them, you might hesitate a little and be like, oh man, I've kind of grown accustomed to seeing them in the package and they look really nice? Because let's face it, Black Series packaging is really nice.
It is really nice, and maybe that'll be more of a problem for you than for me because my most of my boxes are like put away. I'm not even looking at. I get to look at maybe around 10, like just like looking at them, and that's about it. Most of them are like in boxes.
Oh, see, no, I've got mine plastered all over the freaking wall. Which
yeah, you get to see all of them.
Especially the new way I set up the toy room. It's like they're right in front of me now. Like right now, I'm staring at my entire Black Series collection.
Yeah, you get to look at them like all nice displayed. Like I there's like a box like in my room's doorway that has like around 10, and those are like the 10 I look at. And that's it.
Because you know what? I think that with the Power Rangers Lightning collection, if I didn't have the mini shelf that I have for them, and I quickly opened them, I would be like, oh man, because the packaging on those things is also really nice. But I don't want to be that guy, I don't want to be against that guy, but I don't know. It's just okay. So I don't want to say who, right? Because I like this YouTuber's YouTube channel. I like it a lot. I watch every new episode, and I mentioned this to you the other day. I just find it funny. I don't hate it, but I find it funny when he's talking about a figure. And keep in mind, this guy's an inbox collector. And he's talking about it, and he's like, this is a really nice figure. And I'm sitting there going, now how the fuck do you know it's a nice figure?
And when he talks about unboxing, he means taking the box out of the other bigger box.
Yes, if you're new to the channel or something, that's gonna throw you off because you're like, oh cool, I'm gonna go see an unboxing of this, and no, it's just him taking it out of the shipping box.
Yeah. Did I talk about when he kind of got, well, I wouldn't say mad, but he kind of like got sad that another collector had bought an old Kenner Luke, and opened it.
You mentioned it to me. You never mentioned it on the show.
Oh, okay. Well, he was like I don't want you guys going like, yeah, I heard about the guy that bought the old Luke and opened it, and it is what it is. So you guys shouldn't go to his channel and harass him. People can do with their toys what they like.
But you can hear the pain in his voice.
Oh yeah. And through him, I can feel the like the inbox collector pain when somebody does that.
Oh man. Oh boy. So do you have any other new pickups?
No, I went to finally went to a Target, and they didn't have anything.
Yeah, I got lucky a couple of weeks back, almost 3 weeks back now, with the figures that I was finding. And this last time that I went to Target and to Walmart, there was nothing at all. But but you know, let's uh let's rewind the clock there. Like I said, the last time I went. Now, as you know, I've been uh I've been hunting down the Justice League, not the Justice League, the DC McFarlane figures. I bought a significant amount of figures, more than I'd like to admit. Uh, but I picked up a couple more figures. I picked up the Action Comic Superman, which is the Superman that I wanted, and I didn't notice this until yesterday when I was sitting there admiring my toys. Um, these are still in the box because of real estate issues. Uh, it comes with a stand. I think it's like a little flight stand too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a flight stand. So that's neat. That's hats off to McFarlane. Now give us some cloth capes and we're talking.
I can give
And
us some accurate proportions.
what do you mean? The Are you talking about the animated series ones?
Well, yeah, and the small heads and that they don't scale.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't really had those issues yet because I haven't taken them out. So I haven't had an opportunity to really look at it and be like, "Oh, this guy's head is too small," or I've seen on reviews that yeah, they don't scale well, but I haven't personally seen it yet until I open it. I still think it's a shame that they're 7 inches. Nothing against that size. It just I think they would have looked really cool if I could pose them next to my Marvel Legends. But I also picked up the Arkham Arkham Knights. I don't know if it's Arkham Knights or Arkham Asylum Joker, which
Oh,
just started hitting stores.
yeah.
Now, there I did go the routes of that asshole that picks up more than one figure. I picked up three. But, but, but with good
For the
reason.
collect.
Yes, one I picked up because the guy that tipped me off, he was like, "Hey, dude, they have them right by your job. Just, run in there, and they have them by the electronics section for some reason." So I went and there was three, so I picked up one for him, one for myself, and I thought, well, maybe George would want one eventually, so I picked it up. But if he doesn't, then I'll use it to trade, or if I do end up selling it, I'll sell it to a toy collector for retail price.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Now, funny story with that. Well, it's both a funny story and a heartbreaking story. Depends on how you want to look at it. So in my haste, I noticed that there was a Batman next to it, but I thought that it was the Batman that I already have, the Detective Comics 1000 Batman. So I didn't even give it the time of day. I just picked up my three Jokers and I left. Partly because of the excitement of finding those Jokers, and partly because I don't want to be in a store for too long. So I was just like, boom, 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 get in and get out. But it turns out that it was the Arkham Batman, and now I want the Arkham Batman.
Oh.
But I think that'll be a pretty easy figure to come across. If there's anything you see a lot of is Batmans, and you were mentioning to me the other day that Todd McFarlane did mention that there were so many Batmans out there, or I don't know where. I don't know. I don't want to misquote you. I don't know if you said Todd McFarlane said it or not, but you were talking about how many Batmans there were out there.
Oh, I think yeah. No, I think I might have uh it might have been when I went to Target. I saw a bunch of Batman and
Oh, okay.
Superman.
Yeah, then it must have been because we were talking about the Todd McFarlane interview we saw. Um, but yeah, I guess like you were saying that since the DC line seemed to not have a very long lasting life, they produce a bunch of Batmans, and that's all we ever see. A bunch of different lines and a bunch of different Batmans.
Oh yeah, yeah. He said he wanted to because of that he wanted to make some Batmans that haven't ever been made,
Oh,
like
cool.
the Hellbat suit. I think it's called.
Yeah, that's actually very difficult to come across now. I have it on pre-order.
Oh,
Uh,
apparently he said those are selling a lot.
yeah.
McFarlane said that.
Ha. that's funny because a lot of people are buying them in bulk because they're thinking I'm gonna turn around and resell this for a lot. But if they're selling a lot, then you're
Oh
probably
no,
make a
I
good
wouldn't do that to McFarlane. No, like he'll put out more.
Yeah, he does come across as the type of guy that's gonna be like, no, fuck you, scalpers.
Oh yeah, yeah. He'll just put out more. Like if you keep buying thinking you're gonna, he'll just put them out some more.
All right, so the other two things I bought, you could consider them. One of them is a really essential figure that I absolutely needed. Like, that it's difficult to say, to admit when you it's difficult to admit I need something when you're talking about an action figure, right? But I needed this figure for my collection. It's I was at Target on May 3rd. So May 3rd was the last time I went. Okay. May 3rd I was at a Target because I needed some bananas. And when we got there, my wife said, "Just go look at the toys because I know you're gonna go do it anyway." I actually resisted. I was like, "No, let's just go get the bananas." And she's like, "No, just go take a look. Like you always say, you never know." And there was nothing, in the usual spots. But then as I turn a corner, you know how sometimes they have figures when you turn a corner to go into another aisle. There's a little section.
Oh, at the ends of the aisle.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I found the entire wave of the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back. I think it's wave 2, the one with Lando and uh
Ooh,
yeah, I saw the entire wave, but I only picked up R2, the Dagobah R2D2.
R2.
Yeah. I kind of regret not picking up the Lando, but I think I can find a Lando eventually. Hopefully. Because I still saw the other Lando a bunch of times, the one uh with the not updated face sculpt. So I don't know. Knock on wood. Hopefully I find another Lando. If I see him again, I'm gonna pick him up. But I picked up that R2 because I'm almost finished completing my original trilogy figures. Now, when you start a Star Wars collection, I don't want to generalize and say everybody, but the majority of the people, when you start a Star Wars collection, you want that main cast from the original trilogy, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got a Luke. I've got the Luke I want. I've got a Leia. I've got a Han, a Chewie, a 3PO. I got an Old Man Ben. Um, and I was missing. I've got a Yoda, and I was missing an R2 because that R2 from the other wave that came on a card back, that's expensive as hell too.
Damn.
Yeah. And I saw it once at a toy store before the recent unpleasantness started, and he had it really expensive too, so I passed. And I'm glad I did because now I have an R2, even though he's a little dirty because that's the look that they went for. But hey, it's a dirty R2 is better than no R2. And lastly, I continue to grow my Power Rangers Lightning collection. I finally was able to get the Yellow Ranger. Um, I had taken her off pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store because I've had luck finding these figures at Walgreens. So I kind of I got cocky and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna take her off pre-order. Eventually, I'll find her at a Walgreens. But did you know that it's only one per case?
Really?
The Yellow Ranger is one per case. Why?
I think any original season Power Ranger should be the 2 per case or more.
Yes, those are the ones that the majority of the people want. So yeah, I never saw her at a Walgreens, and then when I tried to go back to buy her on the website, which was Big Bad Toy Store, the pre-order was sold out. So the only way I could get it was to pre-order the entire wave. So I pre-ordered the entire wave.
Whoa.
It was, it was a decent amount of money, and I only wanted one fucking figure out of the whole wave. But then a few weeks later, Big Bad Toy Store put it up for pre-order again, just the Yellow Ranger. So I was like, fuck it, I could wait. I put that on pre-order. I canceled the other pre-order. But then that same night, somebody in our Facebook group put up that GameStop had it for retail, plus shipping, the GameStop website. So I went on the GameStop website, it's still available, and I got it within 3 days. So I went ahead and canceled the Big Bad Toy Store pre-order again. But I finally got her in hand. I just recorded an unboxing video for her, so that should be coming out within the next couple of days. I still have to edit it. But man, I know it's beating a dead horse with the same stick over and over, George, but this Lightning collection, I love it.
How many do you have left of the 5?
1.5.
Billy?
Which I already have on pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store again, which is not sponsoring us, but that's okay. And Zach, the Black Ranger.
But oh, right, and a half, because you don't like the shield.
Like the dragon shield on him. And you know what I heard? I heard that Hasbro said that they weren't going to be like wanting to duplicate heads, even though they kind of already have. So most likely, the next Black Ranger we get is going to be Adam, not Zach.
Okay. So you're going to take like Adam's body and put Zach's head on it?
See, okay, here's the thing. I don't know why this is such a big deal to me because I display them with their helmets on.
You know that underneath it's not Zach?
Yeah, I know it's not Zach. Actually, I was thinking I could probably, because the dragon shield, I can take it off. But then he's got those armbands that are also gold. But I was thinking I could probably paint those.
Or you could probably replace. Well, maybe I don't know if you want to buy the figure again, but you could probably take off the arms from the other Black Ranger and put them on this one.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. That's probably no, but that takes torso cracking, and torso cracking is a bitch, dude.
Torso crack?
Yeah.
No, you just heat it up and pop off the arms. No.
No, I don't think so because they have the shoulder articulation.
Oh, the butterfly?
Yeah, the butterfly joint on the shoulder, so you're going to have to pop the torso and take out the arms.
Oh, I don't know how that works, so I don't know.
I've seen videos on it, and it appears to be a process.
Oh, shit.
But I was thinking, I don't know. I might just paint over it and take off the dragon shield and save $20.
Yeah.
Now, this Yellow Ranger, you know that I'm not a huge fan of some of the face sculpts, probably the majority of the face sculpts on these Lightning collection. Aside from Tommy, I wasn't a big fan of the other ones. The Zach doesn't really look like him. Jason sort of looks like him. Kimberly, to me, does not look at all like her. But this Trini figure, whatever you see on the internet doesn't do it justice, dude. When you see it in person, it looks a lot like her.
Oh, nice.
So much so that I can't make up my mind on how I wish to display her. Because I have all my Rangers displayed with the helmets on. I can't make up my mind about Trini. Because, I don't know. I don't know if I should make an exception for her or not.
Yeah, what's up with the red with the Lightning Collection's faces? They're not as good as Black Series or Legends.
Yeah. So they're pretty much hit or miss, but with Trini they hit it out of the park.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like their hit rate is less than like Black Series and Legends.
Yeah, I completely agree. Well, new Legends and new Black Series.
Yeah. Which one do you think has the best hit rate?
Right now, I'm gonna have to go with Black Series.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe because when Eh, I don't know. Maybe because there's so many like MCU stuff that we eventually find one we don't like, whereas there's not that many faces like uh, in an absolute number. Like there's not as many faces for Black Series, and therefore we
We
see
tend to be
them
pickier with the past figures.
with the what?
We tend to be pickier with the past figures because now these new figures are knocking it out of the park, so it impresses us a lot more than when we
Oh
see a legend.
yeah, that too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for me as far as new purchases. Hopefully it stays this way, but at the rate I'm going, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna continue to be irresponsible. And so one final note, we were talking about Black Series. It's unfortunate, but I can no longer find the Amazon exclusive Emperor Palpatine, man. This hurts my heart. I've tried looking for it lately because I got bit by the bug, so I was like, screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna finish off the all the characters from the original trilogy, and nope, cannot get Emperor Palpatine anymore unless it's for like a ridiculous amount of money. And I don't want that old one with the ugly ass face sculpt.
Yeah, that one has a good face.
Good face. I think I I think you can actually sit that one down, and it comes with a throne, and it comes with lightning effect hands. Yeah, it's like I'm selling it to myself, and it makes me even more sad.
I'm gonna wait on a prequel Palpatine.
Yeah, hopefully we get it soon.
Or an episode 9 Palpatine, even though I, I didn't like episode 9.
Well, you don't have to like a movie
Yeah,
to like the figures.
to have toyetic figures from that movie.
Yeah, like for example, I did not like The Last Jedi much, and I have Island Training Rey.
Oh, yeah, I have that rate as well.
Yeah, and that's actually one of my favorite Black Series that I have.
I was thinking that the detolfs, because you were complaining about real estate, that the detolfs aren't really that great for 6-inch figures. Like it leaves too much space upwards.
Yeah, you have to invest in risers or figure out a way to like make steps.
Yeah.
But I guess, that's where your Black Series boxes would come into good use.
Oh yeah.
That's what we do here at the Two Hasbro's Toy Hunt podcast, George. We solve problems.
I'm going to make my own shelves. They probably won't be as good as Detolfs, but there'll be less space upward.
You can make them rising. Or why don't you just make your own risers instead?
Yeah, that too.
Like my Simpsons collection, I think is in dire need of risers. I don't have any risers for those, and those definitely need to be displayed where you can see all the figures.
Yeah. Oh man. And I also, it's funny because after seeing a bunch of on the internet, a bunch of like Black Series and Legends collections, your Simpsons collection is really striking in how colorful it is, and I like that. I love that.
Yes, me too. Like I love the Lightning collection. I love my Black Series. I mean, you can't stress enough how much I love my X-Men Marvel Legends. But when I look at the Simpsons, it like draws you. It draws your eyesight,
Yeah.
which speaks to which speaks volumes to the the strategy that Matt Groening had, or the people over at Fox had, when they said, "Hey, we'll make the characters yellow, so when you're channel surfing, it's gonna draw you, and you're gonna stop at that channel."
Did they say that?
Yeah, that's actually a thing.
Oh, Makes sense.
Yeah, they purposely made them that color so that you would stop and watch the show. And I think the figures do the same thing. And hopefully I'm gonna complete it. I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show, but I know I've mentioned it to you. But I'm gonna go ahead and complete that Playmates collection. I don't think I have a lot of them missing.
Yeah, and probably my favorite thing in your collection is probably the I think you said it was McFarlane, the Homer in the the what's that poem called? That Edgar Allan Poe poem?
The
The
Raven.
Raven. Yeah, the Raven. Yeah, that's I love that statue.
Yes, me too. If I ever see another one, man, I'll pick it up for you. But,
Oh yeah, thanks. Sir.
I know I think I can probably find it because I had seen it before in the toy stores that we visit, but those things have been closed for a good long time now.
Yeah.
So with that out of the way, George, let's say we move on to the next segment where we talk a little bit of pop culture.
All right.
All right, so I've got a couple of things here. So the animated Transformers series, the one that's going to be on Netflix, it's on the last show we said that it was not, or we were unsure if it was going to be tied into the movies at all. But it turns out that this animated series is some kind of prequel based on the movie universe. Now, I don't know if that's a prequel to the 1980s movie or the live action ones.
Oh.
But in June of 2022, they're doing another live action Transformers movie.
Yeah, I guess they're never gonna stop with those.
Probably the Bumblebee sequel, right? Because wasn't that the last Transformers movie to come out?
Yeah.
And I don't think they're gonna reboot it, right? Like start over.
Well, that one was like a kind of like a soft reboot, the Bumblebee movie.
Oh, so it could be another reboot.
And I heard Transformers fans like the Bumblebee reboot more than the other ones, but I think this one made less money than the other ones. I mean, I think it still made a ton of money, but I think it made less money.
Less tons of money.
Less tons of money. Like episode 9 made less tons of money than the rest.
Yeah. And that's funny because there was no Star Wars movie the year prior. So you would think that the people would have been hungry for that movie and, flocked in bigger numbers to see it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any numbers on it, but it's probably just because it didn't make as much money. It doesn't, like we're saying, it made less tons of money. It still made tons of money.
Still made more money than you and I will ever see in our lifetime, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, unless someday they make the Two Hasbro's Toy Hunt podcast movie, you never know.
Like Solo, I think it was it wasn't the highest grossing movie that year, and therefore they were like, oh, we shouldn't do any more of these.
It still made a lot of money.
Yeah, it still made a lot of money, and just not, I guess maybe not Star Wars money, but it still made a lot of money.
But that was their own fault. I mean, I don't even want to get into it. They shouldn't have, it wasn't a terrible movie, but they knew the people didn't want it.
I agree, because even I didn't see it in theaters, and I was that movie's biggest fan, probably. and when they said a Han Solo prequel, I was like why?
Yeah. Like it takes nothing away from it. It's an enjoyable movie. Not my favorite, but it's enjoyable. But I think, yeah, it's just that initial reaction of why. Yeah, that probably caused a lot of people to not go see it multiple times. So here's a little nugget I knew nothing about. but it brought a smile to my face and it's made me excited. So next year, and so far from what I hear, this has not been pushed back or delayed or anything. So next year, Netflix, in conjunction with Kevin Smith, is doing a Masters of the Universe animated series. It's going to be called Masters of the Universe Revelations.
Oh, I think I
And
told you.
you told me about it?
I think so. I don't think on the podcast.
Oh. And it's a continuation of the Filmation series from the 1980s. So it's not a
Yeah.
reboot or anything. They're continuing it. So apparently there's not going to be any major redesigns. Just the animation might be updated. And it's going to pick up where it left off.
Nice.
I don't know where it left off.
Are you gonna be
But
watching it?
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely I'm going to watch it. Now, so apparently there's going to be some big change. Like some major event that might change the tone of the series, but that's about it. I don't think they're going to change like the look of the characters or anything. So it might be a little darker than the original.
Is it a selling point to you that Kevin Smith is doing it?
Yeah, I like Kevin Smith. I like his work.
I like him too.
He's an okay chap. I mean, I didn't really see the need for a almost 50-year-old Jay and Silent Bob movie, but I still like his work. I haven't seen it actually. Have you seen the Jay and Silent Bob, the newest one?
No, I haven't seen it. I also
Yeah.
haven't seen Hosers.
Yeah, I also haven't seen that.
His daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter are the leads in that.
That sounds like something I might want to watch.
And it's based off of a scene in. Did you ever see the movie Tusk?
No, I don't think I've ever heard of it.
No.
No.
It's very funny. I think it's good. People are like, I don't know. So I guess most people don't like it. I liked it. I found it really funny.
What's it about?
It's about what's that guy's name? Is it Justin Long? He gets kidnapped and like slowly mutilated and turned into a walrus by some crazy nut.
What?
Yeah.
What's it called? Tusk?
Yeah.
You know, I'm off work this week. This might be a movie I invest some time into and watch. Tusk. Let me write that down. I'm gonna watch that movie.
I think it's good.
And you said that movie's based on what?
Oh, the Hosers movie is based on a scene from that where Johnny Depp's daughter and Kevin Smith's daughter are some like gas station attendants in Canada. I forgot.
Oh, so it takes place in Canada. I'm sold. Yeah. As far as like new news about TV shows or movies, that's all I have. Do you have anything?
Yes, I do. I don't know if you want to hear it. It's kind of a spoiler, and
Spoil away.
for the Mandalorian.
Ah, okay, yes. Go.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe. I don't know. There's something that I heard from The Mandalorian, from that making of documentary series they have out.
I'm not sure if it's from the making of series, but because I haven't seen it yet. But do you know who Tamora Morrison is?
No. She related
Jango
to Jim
Fett?
Morrison?
No. Jango Fett.
Okay.
He's been cast
So
in The
he's
Mandalorian.
gonna appear on The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you want to hear
good.
as who?
As who?
Yeah.
As
Kind
Boba
of.
Fett?
Yeah, it's kind of a spoiler.
Oh, that's cool. And this has been confirmed?
Pretty much.
Oh man, they better not be working together. They better not like each other.
I think that that's going to be the case. Yeah. Yeah, I almost think like that's going to be 100% the case.
Wait, so they're gonna say that Boba did not die?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Okay. I don't have an issue with that. I mean, he fell into that monster, right?
Yeah, I don't have an issue with them bringing him back. This is one that I don't care about because he was just some guy in the original trilogy. Um, not like the Emperor, and them bringing the Emperor back.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
But I think they should have kept it as a surprise.
Yes, I agree. That would have just blew my freaking mind.
I but it's like everywhere, and
I know, you notice that there's no surprises anymore nowadays. Like even the trailers give away the best parts of the movie. Like how much better would Justice League have been if we didn't know that freaking Doom was gonna be the antagonist?
and I think like if Baby Yoda hadn't been a surprise, um, the Baby Yoda wouldn't have blown up.
I agree. 100%. That was freaking awesome. And you were there, right? We were watching that together when
Yeah.
that was a seminal moment in our Star Wars fandom.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, but it kind of confused me because then we were like, wait, when does this take place? Wait, how old is Yoda? Wait, it's not Yoda, is it? And that's that was whole process.
Yeah, but I preferred that because I'm not a huge fan of the child. I haven't even bought the Black Series one yet. I'm going to, but I haven't even bought it yet. I don't have any Baby Yoda or the child T-shirts or coffee mugs or hats or lamps or anything or screensavers. But that moment, when I was like, what the fuck? That's something that I think shows and movies are missing nowadays. You know who else I didn't have a problem with them bringing back? Darth Maul. I think they did a really good job when they brought back Darth Maul in the Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert, you hadn't gotten to
No,
that yet.
I've known this for years and years. I knew about it when they first brought him back on the Clone Wars,
Oh, okay.
and I hadn't
Yeah.
seen any of the Clone Wars at that point.
It's done good. I've seen the episodes. It's done really well. I think you're gonna like it when you get to it. But wow, that's awesome. The gonna be a Boba Fett in the Mandalorian.
I kind of also hope they don't become friends because it kind of seems to me like, oh, they're gonna initially clash. Like, I don't know, Boba Fett's gonna be sent down to hunt down the Mandalorian or something, and then he's gonna tell him like, you're not a real Mandalorian to Boba Fett or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, you're just cosplaying as a Mandalorian, and and then I think they're gonna eventually become friends, and I don't want that to happen.
Well, let's just hope that both of their moms aren't named Martha, and we should be all right.
My mom's name was Martha Fett. Wait, he didn't have a mom. Maybe the Mandalorian didn't have a mom either.
Well, that's what's gonna bring them together. Oh my god. No,
Oh, yeah.
I think because the only way to make the next season I'm not gonna say the only way because it was an entertaining show, but if Fett is the antagonist, then they can extend it for more than just a season. It
Yeah.
would make it really interesting. That Fett's gonna be his main antagonist.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. Well, thank you for that spoiler. I didn't mind it. That's at least it's gonna get me hyped for the next season. That
Yeah, it got me hyped, but I still didn't. I still would have preferred it to be a surprise.
like the dark saber at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
That was cool. Okay, so Dave Filoni. I know I had said that I was done with pop culture, but since you brought up The Mandalorian, I'm not gonna give away too much because you haven't watched it.
The final
But
season.
the making of The Mandalorian.
Oh.
Okay, so the
Oh,
making of
that's
the
fine. That's a documentary series, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a documentary series.
All right. I don't consider there to be spoilers for that.
No, but this is probably a conversation that
We
sort
should
of-
have after I watched it.
No. So here's the thing.
All right.
I was watching Star Wars Theory. Are you familiar with Star Wars Theory?
Yes. The guy whose video got taken down by Disney, right?
Oh, God, that freaking. I'm waiting on the sequel to that, man. That thing was amazing.
Yeah, that was really good. It was so good. It was so good that I retroactively thought it was kind of okay because it was so like Star Wars that I then started holding it to Star Wars standards and not like to a fan film standards. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
All right, so continue.
Okay. So, do you know why the music for the fight between Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and Darth Maul is called Duel of the Fates?
No.
Okay. So Dave Filoni, he's also works on the Mandalorian, because they had all
Yeah.
the people that work on the Mandalorian. So he said that the fate was that of Anakin. And if Qui-Gon had won, because he was like the father figure for Anakin, that Anakin would never have turned.
Oh, that sounds cool.
And since he ended up losing, and Obi-Wan, he took on training Anakin, but more as I'm gonna do it because I promised him that I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
That he was his brother. He was never his father figure. And I think that, like, even in the fighting style of Qui-Gon during that, because he was like really aggressive. He was aggressive with Darth Maul because he knew that the fate of the universe was gonna depend on the outcome of that fight. If that doesn't fix the prequels for a lot of people, I don't know what will.
I mean, it doesn't really fix it, but no, because it was the execution that was the problem. But no, I agree. Like the underlying story was really good, I think.
Yeah. So I haven't even seen the episode myself. I saw it on that Star Wars Theory, which I was like, oh damn, I gotta go back and watch it.
Dave Filoni's like the new Lucas, kinda.
Well, yeah, since Lucas isn't around.
Well, Lucas is around, and he kind of
that like he doesn't work for doing Star Wars anymore.
Yeah. Dave Filoni and Lucas. I think he's handed over like the Star Wars universe to Filoni.
Kathleen Kennedy would have something to say about that. But I know what you mean.
No, I'm pretty sure that they all hired Filoni
for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have noticed we talk about Star Wars a lot in this show. We must really like it.
all those stacks of Black Series. Yeah, I must, I guess.
All right, so you have anything else pop culture related?
No.
All right, so moving on, let's talk about some upcoming figures or recent news that we've heard of. So let me take a quick rundown of my notes here and see which way I want to start with this with you. Okay, so since we're talking about Star Wars, let's talk some freaking Star Wars. So so apparently there's going to be a third wave of 6-inch Empire Strikes Back, the vintage Empire Strikes Back Black Series card back figures. And the listings were showing up on the Walmart website. So we're gonna get a Snowtrooper. We're gonna get a re-release of the Dagobah Luke, but he won't have a Yoda.
What's a Snowtrooper? Snowtrooper.
Snowtrooper?
Like a Hoth, like a Stormtrooper?
I was thinking it's that one with like the claw. Yeah, no, okay, so we've seen the figure before. He's like all white, and he's got some like cloth goods on him, and he's got like a skirt. I think it was the Snowtrooper Commander that we had seen before, the First Order.
Oh, so it's from the new trilogy?
No, it can't be because it has to be. Let me send you the picture of what I come up with.
No, I got it. Okay, I know who. Wait. Yeah, the one with the cloth over his face.
Yeah. So apparently we're getting one of those. We're getting Dagobah Luke, but without Yoda. I don't know if he's probably gonna have less accessories also. We're getting another Chewbacca, a Boba Fett.
Wait, how does this Chewbacca look? Is he some kind of Hoth Chewbacca?
I don't know. There were no. There's no images yet.
Right.
And a Darth Vader. So now I'm thinking the Boba Fett and the Darth Vader, are these the carbonized? But I don't think they are because they're going to be in vintage style card back. So you're probably going to get your Darth Vader that you want.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be the uncarbonized Vader.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think they're Walmart exclusives. They're going to be available everywhere, but they were...
happen to be on the system. Walmart.
Be on the system, yeah. So here's your chance to get a Boba Fett and a Darth Vader again.
Wait, non-carbonized Boba Fett too?
I'm gonna assume it's gonna have to be. It's probably gonna be another release of the one I have from the vintage collection.
Yeah,
right. Because I don't think the one I have from the vintage collection is Return of the Jedi.
Well, what is it? Do you know?
It has to either be Empire or Return of the Jedi.
Well, yeah, the two ones that he was in, right?
I'm gonna assume it's gonna be a re-release of that one since it's become so hard to get now.
Yeah, I also want a Return of the Jedi one, if there's any difference, which I bet there is.
Yeah, there's gotta be. Okay, hold on. Okay, so there's a figure that I have no idea who she is. I don't know if you do. It's from Coffin Comics, Lady Death. She's a 6-inch figure.
No, I've never heard of her.
Me either, but she looks really cool.
I agree. I've seen the picture.
Yes, so cool that I wanted to get it just to put it on my shelf, but at $50, I don't know.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I wish I had more information about this, like about who the Lady Death is, but I don't. So all I know is that pre-orders are going until June 12th. So if you want to go and pre-order her and spend $50, or you could get 2.5 Black Series figures with that money, you can go ahead and do it now. I also know that there was an animated movie about, I don't know if it's her or the comic book she's based on, back in 2004. But that's all I have as far as that Lady Death. I just wanted to give her a quick mention because I thought she looked really fucking cool.
Yeah.
All right, so So let's talk about really quick about the figure that's got everybody so pissed off except me. It brought a smile to my face like you have no idea.
Really, what?
The Kingpin. The Kingpin that Marvel Legends is going to release.
It has people pissed off?
I would assume so, man. I mean, people went ape shit trying to get the pieces, the Build-A-Figure pieces for it. And, I mean, what are they going to get? A year and some change out of it? Having it on their shelf before everybody else can get it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they bought figures they probably didn't even want.
Yeah.
Build the Kingpin, and now you can just go ahead and buy the Kingpin on its own.
Poor bastards.
Poor bastards. Now, it's a little different. This one is a little more to the style of the animated series, obviously, because that's what the figures are based on. So, in my opinion, I like that Kingpin even more.
Yeah.
I already went ahead and pre-ordered it.
Oh, nice. It's $30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're not gonna sell a Build-A-Figure re-release for less than that.
Is the Venom also $30?
Which Venom?
The Monster Venom?
Oh, the repaint of the Monster Venom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm missing that. But with that Monster Venom, I'm kind of at a crossroads because I'm only missing the 2 arms. So I don't know if I'm better off just going and buying the 2 figures with the 2 arms or just buying the re-release, the repaint.
I think after because people are wanted to build the Shadow King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those arms must be in like short supply. I mean,
expensive, right?
although I assume because of the Venom that came out, that those arms should be easier to get now.
You're right. You're right, because if the hands, because it's not even the whole arms, it's just the hands.
Yeah, they just wanted the hands.
Yeah, if you could pop them out from the new figure, then it should bring down the price of the Monster Venom hands. That's a good point, man. Let me go on here really quick and let me give the old eBay a quick search.
Did you see the colors, the new colors on the Kingpin?
Yes.
They're not quite the original animated series.
But it's closer to.
Yes, it's much closer. Yes. It seems like the vest should be black. You know the vest, the yellow vest I think he has?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be black in color.
Ooh, okay, so I see the right arm for the Monster Venom for $6.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Wait, but hold on. But here I see the left arm for $30.
What?
Yep. The right arm for $30. Like $30, dude. Yeah, the majority of them are $30. Screw that. I'll just get the figure.
I know, right? That's what the fucking figure costs.
That's ridiculous. Oh, you know why? Because the hands, the important piece on the hands, on the repaint, have white on them. And you can't have a Shadow King with white on his hands.
Oh, the new.
Yep.
The new Venom.
Yep, the new Venom.
Oh.
Got white on his hands. Those bastards always trying to stick it to you. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to go out and buy the. I'm gonna go out and buy the new Venom and then use the other Venom as trade fodder.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, but that's what I'm gonna have to do. So I'm sorry, you were saying about the Kingpin?
No, I was just talking about the colors on the Kingpin. The paint.
It's not 100%.
Yeah. Animated series.
Nevertheless, I'm happy it's coming out. I've pre-ordered it. All right, so speaking of pre-orders, how do I go about this? Now, okay, before I start, let me ask you this: are you gonna get into the Lightning collection?
Yeah, when they start releasing the Ninja Power Rangers.
Okay. Okay. To what extent? Are you just gonna get the Rangers?
I'm gonna at least get the 5 or 6.
6.
Yeah, I'm gonna at least get the 6. Maybe do you remember Ninjor?
No.
I'll probably get him if they
Okay.
release him. He was like their he was like the Zordon when the Zordon wasn't there.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Except he also fought.
Well, in the movie, Zordon fought.
In which movie?
The new movie.
He did?
At the beginning, he was a Ranger.
Oh yeah. Also, so continue.
Okay, so I guess this doesn't affect you as much as it does me. Alpha and Zordon were announced last Friday, along with the Putty 2-pack. So we're getting Putty 2-packs, which I'm hoping are going to be cheaper because, well, number one, I don't see myself army building putties, but if I were, I don't know. If I'm still paying if I'm paying $40 for a Putty 2-pack, no, thank you.
Yeah.
So they also announced the Psycho Green Ranger. I'm not familiar with the Psycho Green Ranger at all, but he looks freaking cool. But back to the Alpha and Zordon. So I asked George because my original plan was the same. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get the 5 Rangers, 6 Rangers, and I'm fine. That's it. That's all I want. But somehow I have Goldar now. I have Lord Draken. I have freaking Lord Zed. And I'm gonna go and get this Alpha and Zordon. I have to.
I kind of hope they didn't. Well, is that Zordon, the Alpha Zordon 2-pack gonna be cheaper than $40?
Not likely.
Oh man, it better be because that Zordon looks great, but
it's not a figure.
Yeah, it's not a figure. There's no articulation to it.
It's a prop.
Yeah.
It's a tube with a sticker on it. I could probably make a better one if I go get one of those dollar store cylinder water bottles.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that too. That we can customize a way better Zordon.
But what about the Alpha?
Sorry?
What about that Alpha 5 though? I'm gonna need the Alpha 5.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. But we can make a great Zordon, but we can't make a great Alpha 5.
And not just that, but it also, this isn't a new announcement, but it reignited my spark and made me go and pre-order the Rita Lord Zed 2-pack.
Damn, and you already have the Lord Zed, right?
Yeah, there's already a Lord Zed, so, I guess there's a Lord Zed in your future, because I can't have 2 Lord Zeds on my shelf.
Are they the same?
They're almost the same. I think that's like very minimal, maybe color variants.
Very minimal changes.
But I can't have 2 Lord Zeds on the same shelf. Like Kruger would never allow 2 Cocos. I cannot allow 2 Lord Zeds on the same shelf. Okay. So, I'm gonna get by this one quick. So, okay. So you know the TMNT figures? The NECA ones?
Yeah.
Okay, so NECA's been doing like TMNT loot crates. And in the loot crate they send you a figure. They're $50 each crate. And last month I was unaware of this. The figure was the Mirage Comics Shredder. With the
black and white?
Yeah, that style. Makes me regret not getting those crates. So the upcoming one, because I think they were gonna do 3, and each one was gonna have a figure, obviously. But the thing is, they've already announced which figure's coming. So the next one is gonna be an electrocuted turtle from the arcade game. You remember have you ever played the arcade game that they would get like electrified?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be that style of animation, and it's glow in the dark.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then the last one is going to be based on the cartoon series, and it's going to be Rocksteady in a bunny suit. And I think that if you ordered all 3 crates, on that last crate you would get Bebop in a bunny suit too, or that last crate is they're gonna have like a different price option so that you can get the Bebop. So I'm not sure which one of those options it is. If you had to order all 3 to get the Bebop, or if the last crate is gonna be a little more expensive in order for you to get the Bebop.
I see.
And they are gonna re-release the 4 movie Turtles in 2 packs.
Are you gonna get that?
Well, I sold off my original 4, but I kind of regret that now. But here's the sucky part: they're Walmart exclusives, so
you're not gonna find them.
yeah, we're never ever gonna freaking see them. And I think the only differences are gonna come with an additional headband. But okay, here's my dilemma: I want the 4 turtles, but I don't want to get into collecting every. Like, I don't want to have to start getting the Casey Jones and the Aprils and the Shredders and the Splinters and, all that shit.
Uh-huh.
But if I start getting these turtles, I'm going to go down that route, I feel. But that's what's going to happen. That's why I got rid of them. They were like a ticking time bomb. Because they're also going to have, I don't know if this is going to be Walmart only, but they're going to have, you're going to be able to army build movie Foot Clan figures. So they're going to have like 2 packs of those. Again, hopefully those are less expensive than the other ones. And they're going to have another 2 additional 2 packs, but they haven't mentioned which characters those are going to be. And eventually they're going to do Secret of the Ooze. So we've already seen, the Super Shredder. We've already seen the Toka and Razor 2 pack, which is going to be like $60. Are they also going to do the Secret of the Ooze turtles? Because even though they looked different, I liked those turtles.
Secret of the what?
Secret of the Ooze. The second movie.
The
Target cartoon, the Wave 3. So those are going to be out soon, and I don't know the name of the figures, but one of them is like a turtle and he looks like a cyborg, and the other one is like an alligator and he's got like a hat on. He almost looks like he's a play on Crocodile Dundee. And they're getting a Casey Jones and a Foot Soldier, and April and a Foot Soldier. Why do they do this? Why not just do Casey Jones and April and a 2-pack of Foot Soldiers?
You know why.
Why?
So make you get both.
Yeah. And then after that, there's gonna be another wave of cartoon Target turtles. And because of the recent unpleasantness, like, and we're talking within next year, like, no, not next year, but this year. So those figures are going to be out this year, the ones I just mentioned. Then they're going to do the 4th wave. And then almost immediately, because of the recent unpleasantness, wave 5 is going to follow it. And apparently there's going to be like 40 different figures by the end of the year.
40?
40.
Holy shit.
So yeah, I think I also made a good call in selling off my cartoon turtles as well. So I have no turtles. I had the 4 movie ones, and I had the 2 packs from the Targets of the first wave. I got rid of all of them.
I'm probably pushing 40 in the Black Series right now.
40 figures?
Yeah, or more. So that's to give you the scale, the comparison to how many you'd have to collect.
I have 34.
Black Series?
I have them all in front of me. I just did a quick count. I have 34. 35 if you count the Stormtrooper that I have out of the box.
6, 9, 12. Why, I can only see 12 Black Series right now.
You know what? Next episode, for the next episode, write down a list of all your Black Series, and I'll write down a list of all of mine, and let's compare. I'm curious.
Right.
I'm curious. So yeah, that's about it for Turtles. Now the last thing that I'm gonna talk about on my end is also NECA, and now there's a line that I definitely cannot pass. I can't pass on it, and it's the Back to the Future figures, both the 7-inch and the cartoon ones. Those are up for pre-order. Not all of them, not all of the ones that you've seen, because I don't know if you remember at New York Comic Con they showed the Back to the Future 1 Marty, where he's got like his vest, and then the other one where he's like in the radiation suit.
Mm-hmm.
So you can pre-order the regular Marty. You can't pre-order the Darth Vader from Planet Falcon yet.
Was that the joke he made?
Oh yeah, when he put the things on his dad's ears and he was like, "My name is Darth Vader. I come from the planet Falcon," and he held up the "Live Long and Prosper" with his fingers.
Oh.
So I went ahead and pre-ordered that Marty, but not just that, they dropped a couple of more freaking figures on me. So they're also releasing Marty from Back to the Future 2, where he's got that colorful hat on, and the self-lacing shoes, and the jacket that dries itself, and the pockets
hoverboard?
from the hoverboard, the pockets from his pants are hanging out because that's the way the kids wore them in 2015. That was the style. That was the style. And the young Biff. And, Biff comes with the Gray Sports Almanac and the cover for Ooh La La, which was the magazine, another magazine from that movie. And, I'm not done, a 6-inch DeLorean.
Ooh.
Not a 6-inch scale, so your figures aren't going to fit in the DeLorean. A 6-inch DeLorean.
Oh, boo.
Yeah. Still, I went ahead and pre-ordered that too. And, they also put up for pre-order the cartoon ones, which is Marty, Biff, and Doc. And Doc comes with his dog Einstein. That one was reasonable. It was $39, I think, for all the figures, for the whole set. I didn't see the cartoon Mandalorian. I didn't see the cartoon DeLorean, though. And I know that they had that as a display also. But it left me thinking, where's Doc? Why aren't we getting the Doc Brown yet?
You have to wait for it. You have to buy a whole bunch of figures before you can complete the team.
And right before we started recording, I got an email. Well, I got the email earlier today, but I just opened it right before we started recording. Do you know what Playmobil is? Or Playmobil?
The Legos? No,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yes, they look like Legos.
It's like kids for toys for kids, right?
Yeah. They're doing a Back to the Future thing, a 64-piece Back to the Future.
Really?
Yeah. It comes with Doc, Einstein, and I don't know, is that Marty? Yeah, there's a Marty McFly in there, and you build the DeLorean.
I don't know if we mentioned it in the Star Wars in the history of action figures episode, but did you know that the first Kenner prototypes were carved out of Playmobil action figures?
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
The Playmobil figures had the 5 points of articulation.
Yeah, nice. So this set is gonna run you $59.99, plus $4 shipping, plus like another $4 in tax. So what are we talking here? Like $68?
Damn.
I already pre-ordered it too. Don't you see the problem here, George? Why would they do this to me? This was supposed to be a slow year of collecting because Marvel Legends hasn't really, they haven't blown my mind yet with anything.
I guess they slowed down and to let you collect some Back to the Future stuff.
And the DC McFarlane.
Oh yeah.
And I was gonna play catch up with the Black Series. Oh, speaking of Black Series, dude, this is my fault. I completely forgot to mention this. So they're gonna re-release the Rebels team. They're doing Ahsoka, they're doing Kanan Jarrus, they're doing Harrison Dula, Sabine, they're
And
doing Ezra,
apparently Zeb too.
Chopper, and Zeb. So it's like, come on, man, what are you doing? You're killing me.
Oh, and Zeb is not going to be a re-release because they haven't released him at all.
And Chopper, I don't think they've ever released Chopper.
I think they did, along with Ezra.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, the last time I had like followed news on those figures, which was a long time ago, I don't even think Ezra had been released yet.
Oh.
But now, well, not now. I'm gonna go and get those figures. Although I have seen Ezra, Harrison Dula, and Sabine before, so I think I might be able to get those before the re-releases.
Okay. Yeah, and the re-releases are gonna, at least for the Sabine, because she wears so many like different armors. It's probably not gonna be the same Sabine.
That's okay. I just need one Sabine. I might hold off on Sabine just to be like, okay, I definitely like this one more than that one. But yeah, I'm not gonna get both of them.
And speaking of Black Series, they're gonna have a Black Series prop helmet for the Mandalorian.
Like the prototype Boba Fett one that they recently announced?
Yeah, that size. Left side.
That's funny because I think a lot of people wanted to customize that into that Boba Fett one into a Mandalorian one. Now they don't have to.
I didn't see it coming mostly because I didn't care, but they should have seen that coming.
Oh yeah, I mean Mandalorian stuff. Like anything you can imagine Mandalorian right now, they're gonna make it.
Yeah, and also, you get a Boba Fett helmet. Then you get a prototype Boba Fett helmet. Like, what does that mean? It means that they keep making the same damn helmet with different paint, which means the Mandalorian is coming up.
Yep. Wow. Those helmets look nice, man. Like, if I had I think we said this before. If I had like a big ass room, I would probably get a few of those role playing things.
Yeah, I at least want like an X-wing fighter helmet.
But I mean, no, the other thing that deters me about those is the price. Because it's not so much that the money is the problem. Like, I don't look at it and go like, oh my god, that's a lot of money. I look at it and go, okay, that's like 4 figures right there. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, like if that's the only thing we ever wanted, then it would be a very easy like, okay, have enough money, here it is, I'm done collecting, right? But you're not.
Sometimes I've wondered if I were wealthy, or if I were to one day become wealthy, would I go out and just like get everything I want now, or would I still want to hunt for them and like not get everything at once?
I don't know.
I think I would still want to like go out and find stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's part of the fun, right? Of collecting is the searching and.
Yeah.
Well, you don't think it's fun?
I think it's. Yes and no.
You don't like it when you don't find them?
Yeah, I don't like it when I don't find them.
But if you had more means, like if I had more means, say I was wealthy, I think I would have more time also to invest in maybe going farther away.
Oh yeah, like we could take a road trip down to Indiana to
Kokomo.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
We should take a road trip down there one day, like
post the recent unpleasantness.
Yeah, we should take a trip down there.
Yeah,
I see a lot of people from the Facebook group go, and it looks really nice.
Yeah, it does. Oh, I found a toy more expensive than the than the Unicron.
More expensive than the HasLab Unicron.
Yeah.
Well, I must know what this toy is.
It's Snake Mountain from I think it's up for pre-order, by the way. Snake Mountain from Masters of the Universe.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a repaint updated toy from the old toy.
That thing was huge.
Yeah, and this thing is huge too. Guess how much it costs?
Okay, hold on.
It's
So
by
it's
Super
more-
7.
It's more expensive than Unicron. I'm trying to remember how much Unicron was. I'm gonna go with $700.
Oh, kind of close. 800.
Wow. Holy crap, $800?
And on Big Bad Toy Store, you have to put a $160 in order to pre-order. $160 non-refundable
Down?
down payment. Yeah.
Oh man, do you think this thing is gonna sell?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know well, because mostly we travel in groups of like buying a lot, but like each one is like individually not as pricey. So I don't know how many people are buying, one very pricey thing all at once.
Yeah, that's true. But that's the I don't know, that's the problem though, because okay, I know it's not the same, but Cookie Monster, right? He didn't make it.
Oh, this one's coming out. This one isn't like a Kickstarter or crowdfunded thing.
But is it like they're gonna make them for sure, or they're gonna make them if people order them?
I think they're gonna make them for sure.
That sounds like a big gamble, man. Because $800 for a playset. I mean, Unicron, okay. I'm not a Transformers guy, but okay, I can see people going out and buying that Unicron. But a playset for Masters of the Universe? I mean, maybe I'm underestimating the fandom of Masters of the Universe, but $800. Wow.
Yeah.
Quick math, how many Black Series is that?
8 times 40.
Damn, that's more than what I have. Double your collection. Well, if you had got them all at retail.
Yeah. Which we haven't. We've gotten a bunch from fucking Five Below and stuff.
Yep. Five Below and Ross. I mean, we got Clone Commander Rex from freaking Ross. $3. $3 a pop.
Yeah. So
Man.
more than that, more
Yeah.
than double our collection. Yeah.
Wow.
See, that's why I could never get something like that, because like once you start doing the math, like, hey, do you want to double your collection or do you want to put it in this one thing?
Well, yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, if you collect Masters of the Universe, Super 7, they're expensive as is. They're already more expensive than your basic, Black Series Marvel Legends, because, Super 7's a smaller company, yada, yada, yada. So their figure's a little more expensive. Now, on top of that, you throw this $800 monstrosity, which I'm sure is beautiful. When I say monstrosity, I'm talking more size-wise than look-wise.
No, it is really, it's the paint on it. It looks really nice.
I mean, where's your budget for the figures now? So you're going to have the Snake Mountain, but you're not going to have the Skeletor to go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, like we were saying, if you're wealthy, I guess. I mean, that's a lot of disposable income.
It's also a chunk of space, because that thing's huge.
And what do you do with it? Take pictures?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're an adult collector, I doubt you're sitting there playing, like actually playing, right? So
well, I guess you can consider the taking pictures part of the playing.
No, right. But what I'm saying, okay, but you take a few pictures and then you walk away. You're not going to spend hours or half of your day playing with it like when you're a kid and you would play with your toys.
Oh yeah.
So
Maybe
ultimately, you're paying $800 for a diorama.
maybe when you maybe it's so awesome that you could just sit there and look at it, and it's just awesome sitting there and looking at it.
For $800, you damn well better sit there and look at it for hours. All right, so with that bomb that George just dropped on me, we come to the end of another episode of the Two Hasbro's Toy Hunt podcast. But before we go, there is one thing I'd like to mention, and surprise, surprise, guess what it's about? Star Wars.
I was gonna say Star Wars.
Look, everybody collects the way they want to collect, right? You buy what you want to buy. You like what you like. Never ever let anybody influence your decisions on anything. If you're an inbox collector, collect inbox. I mean, we're gonna make fun of you, but if that makes you happy, that makes you happy. If you're not a box collector, then fuck it. Go out there and buy the oldest, most expensive figure on the market and open it up. I mean, it's yours, right? Do whatever you want with it.
Uh-huh.
But if you're going to vote on the next figure for Star Wars and you're not voting Jyn Erso, something's wrong with you. Anyone out there that's listening, just go out there and vote for Jyn Erso, man. We don't need another Leia. Why are you gonna vote on a stormtrooper or a clone trooper when we're voting on this because it's gonna be a better version of the figure, and we desperately need a better Jyn Erso.
I agree.
Masked figures, helmeted figures. Oh yeah, I agree. I will do you the solid in return when it comes to voting on re-releasing them. But when we're talking about doing another figure right now that needs an update, then vote for somebody with a fucking face.
Yeah, it seems like this time they used it as an excuse to like ask for re-releases of figures that didn't even originally come with a face.
Yeah, like why Greedo? Just because it's hard to find? Then wait for it for like in the archive collection or something. But right now we need a freaking Jyn Erso. I mean, come on, if you don't want a Jyn Erso, that you can look at all day, something's wrong with you. What's the name of the actress?
Felicity Jones?
If you don't want a little Felicity Jones on your shelf, then I don't know, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, I think because I first heard of the vote on Usual Mike's channel, and he told people to vote for Slave Leia, and so Slave Leia had a really good showing. I think got second place.
I'm looking at 3 fucking Leias on my wall right now. I don't need Leia.
We don't need another Leia?
No. I'm not asking for another Jyn Erso because it's like a different Jyn Erso. No. I don't care if it's the exact same figure. It's just a better version of it.
Yeah, a better face sculpt.
Vote Jyn Erso, or I mean, I don't think it's up there, but fucking vote for Cassian Andor.
Oh man, I also want. Although I think that with the new series coming up, there will be a new Cassian Andor.
Yeah, because I had also thought like, ooh, Poe Dameron or Finn, but then I was like, no, these characters are gonna get more figures.
Yeah.
So we'll get that updated face.
I also thought Qui-Gon. I would have voted for Qui-Gon over Jyn, except I knew other people were gonna vote for Qui-Gon, so I'm like, no, gotta vote for Jyn.
Yeah, I voted Jyn. Every day I go on and I vote Jyn. I mean, it's gotta be Jyn Erso. It should be Jyn Erso. She got one movie and she died in it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Show her some freaking love, and it was an awesome movie.
It was an awesome movie.
So with that, I guess it's time we say goodbye. And every time we say goodbye, I die a little. So until next time, George, vote Jyn Erso.